And work, like if I take a video on my work phone and try to send it to myself for any particular reason, just comes back looking like trash, bro. Like you can't even figure out what's going on.
Oh,
That is Apple.
What you watching? That's an old clip.
yeah.
Word.
Pre-show cast, what up? Shout out to everybody that tunes into the pre-show. Y'all the realest ones. I
Word
know it's
up,
unfiltered
man.
in here.
Yeah, man. It's the real life. The real life access to us, man. You don't normally get. You feel me? Bro, life coming fast, bro.
Hold on one second. Let me put my plug all my shit up.
Let me get my headphones as well.
It's the pre-show, baby. Hey, I apologize that we still setting up pre-show family. But the pre-show family, the realest family we got. That's all I'm gonna say. Matter of fact, every show I'm about to start asking everybody from the pre-show to post the gas symbol before we get started, just so they know about y'all. Y'all deserve to be recognized. Hey, pre-show family. Remember when I told y'all Bam Adebayo was gonna be the difference in this series? I'm just saying we're gonna get into that on the show. He ain't showing out yet, but the one game they won handedly. That man was the difference. Man. Shout out to my pre-show family, man. Yo, pre-show. We got anything crazy we need to talk about today? Let me pull it. Let me pull something up real quick. What's crazy out there that we got to just touch on real quick?
Bro, they just had another.
Yeah, I heard that one, bro. Yeah, 18 in the elementary school, right?
Bro, 18 kids, and the girl got to stop. Like,
You going? You break? You coming in and out, bro?
can you hear me now?
Yeah.
18 kids, bro. Like a number. Like one kid is heinous, right? But 18 is like evil. Like the world gotta, like the United States, something has to give. And I know we say that a lot after every shooting, but it's like, bro, that's 18 families that will never be the same. And
Facts.
and not even 18 families. All the people in that school, the cousins, the relatives, those families. You know what I'm saying? That number grows exponentially of people that are affected by this type of violence and bro, bad, sick. And I know it's cliche, but I'm talking about it. But like as a parent, bro, with an elementary school kid, one of the most wicked and worst things that can happen. You send your kid out to do something productive. You tell them this is going to better them, and somebody put a bullet in them.
Shit, sick.
Bro, think,
Shit,
Bryce, I'm
sick.
gonna put it in, and I know you understand the gravity of it, right? But I'm gonna put it in these type of terms, bro. Like, imagine you let somebody dog sit Mamba,
That shit literally just happened too.
and somebody and the person come back like, yeah, somebody smoked them.
Yeah, that's yeah. Nah, it's terrible, bro. Like it's you know I was starting to get at it a little bit last show, man, about how I felt about all the mass shootings because it's been a thing that's been happening for a while, and it's been a thing I've even thought about for a while. Like, what would I do to fix it? Because I feel like where we are as a country, not just as a country, I shouldn't say as a country, where we are as a world, bro. If you take away the guns in any way, shape, or form, you're going down a slope that you may not be able to ever slow down. It may gain too much momentum for you to ever slow it down to the point where your liberties, not like your liberty is in your right to have a gun, but other liberties are taken away because of the threat of you having a gun. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm kind of against that, but like my mind's frame is like, yo, this can still be fixed. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate to compare it to. I'm trying not to compare it to another crime, but it's like if like when everybody's like scamming off credit cards, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not gonna take away credit cards. That's a horrible comparison, right? But it's like if you see what I'm saying, you see what I'm saying. It's like, okay, what are the fail safes we're gonna make now? Now in credit cards, if I use my credit card in Jamaica, my credit card company called me like, wait, that's you, right? Yeah, okay, go ahead and swipe that again. We declined that because you was in Jamaica out of nowhere. You know what I mean? So it's like not saying that it's the same. It's not the same gravity at all. Obviously, that's a petty crime. Someone trying to steal some money off your card. But like my mind instantly goes like, okay, what can we do, bro? Like when I first saw the grocery store joint, the first thing that hopped in my mind when I saw the man say he had to hide in the freezer, I'm like, yo, if there was an exit, another exit, if there was 8 exits in the building, maybe my man's not hiding in the freezer. You know what I'm saying? If there's 20, if there's a minimum that has to be 20 exits in the building that is over this many square feet, chances are maybe my man isn't, you don't have the person under the counter hiding under the little cash register. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that for a fact. But like if they don't try to do something, because they haven't tried to really do nothing.
Bro, I feel like you gotta. I hear what you're saying about the liberties, and I don't necessarily agree. It's like if the issue is domestic violence, we don't tell the women to learn how to counterpunch. You know what I'm saying? We don't tell them learn how to bob and weave. We say men should stop putting their hands on women, or people should stop putting it. And in this situation, like you might just have to take the guns and literally reset, and maybe you redistribute them, but you do it in a way that's sensible, because what we have now, bruh, is killing the black community with the gang culture. Obviously, people are using it to just, using these automatic weapons to just create a bunch of fear and terror. We passed the point of talking about it.
No, and I don't disagree with that, but like there's also other things. Like I feel what you're saying, but to me that analogy would be like, it's like you take away men now because domestic violence is happening. It's like what I'm saying. Okay, it's like
maybe we should separate.
Maybe. But look, you know why? If this was 300 years ago, and it's heinous what I'm about to say, but it's a fact. 300 years ago, a lot more women, right, were regularly getting raped, bro. 400 years ago, even more. 500 years ago, even more. Because what's happened as time has gone, laws have gotten better. Domestic violence laws have gotten better. A lot more women got hit on in the 40s and 50s than that's getting hit on in the 2020s, bro.
That's a fact.
Like, and I don't mean like getting hit on some like wild brazen attack. I mean getting hit on in their own home.
No,
like, you know what I'm saying? Easy. Not like it's nothing. So like, but what happened there, right? The penalty outweighed the crime, bro. But the penalty in these mass shootings, it doesn't outweigh the crime, bro. Like, yo, if you do a mass shooting, right? If you're one of these crazy kids that's looking at this shit like, if you're gonna do a mass shooting, bro, you might live for a whole dub after that. You're walking around somewhere for 20 years after that before you're put for anything happens. Now death penalty is taken away in a certain amount of places. When you do that, something like that, you might not even die for that. Now, hey, I bet you this. Every single person that ever did a mass shooting got a bullet to their head instantly. The moment it was confirmed. Not no trial, not no nothing. The moment. I bet it would be a lot less mass shootings, bro.
I don't know, bro.
Bruh, that's crime. That's the crime for you, bro.
Nah,
like, it's gonna be less. It's gonna be less because somebody's gonna think twice and be like, nah, they're gonna put a bullet in me instantly.
You know why I don't think severe punishment and punishment outweighing the crime works? Because typically crimes are a symptom of another issue. You know what I'm saying? So like
always,
if you get to the root of the issue, then you can root it out. You know what I'm saying? You can't just cut a piece of cancer. The cancer is going to keep growing. I think,
but the problem with that is okay. The root to the issue you could say is guns, but that same root is like that's like saying the domestic violence. The root of that is fists. The root of this issue is not really the guns. The root of it is the hate, bro.
That's what I was going to ask you, T. What is the root of it?
And the hate, the guns produce the hate in general has produced guns. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know, we had
produce
this
guns
in the group chat when I told you, right, my biggest issue with Donald Trump was how he emboldened hateful people, bro, racists, psychos, conspiracy theorists, and I don't know if the numbers are increasing, but it feels that way. It feels like people don't.
I would have to. That's a stat I'd have to look at, bro. That's a stat I'd have to actually look at those statistics because
stats won't tell you everything, man.
No. But eye test, and when there's media, eye test tells you nothing, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Because in the day, you only know what they gonna push in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're just a super research nigga that's researching every single mass shooting daily and knows how each of them are.
It feels like.
Right. It feels so. No. Now, then you have to ask yourself, are they making it feel this way? And if they are, let's not say they are or not, but if they are, why? You have to consult that option because if not, and that's with everything, not just with this, with everything. You got to say, wait, why do they want me to feel this way about that?
But the why is always the most important question, bro. And I believe personally, there's no such thing as a coincidence. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at this. It's no coincidence that we get a president that pushes hatred, and then we get like these gruesome, we get shooting, bro. This is like back-to-back weeks.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I also remember when, like, bro, I'm also I feel you, and I'm not disagreeing with that, but I'm also old enough to remember when, like y'all are, when the DC sniper was riding around just popping people, and that happened around the same time as the September 11th stuff, right? Not too far removed, removed from that whole thing, right? And they were, when they first caught him, the first thing they were trying to do was be like, oh, he's with them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I remember seeing that as a youngster and being like, hold up, but that's a black nigga, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all sure he with them?
The Mao.
Yeah. And one of them was like Muhammad or something, right? The older.
Yeah.
So like, and when they saw that, they was like, oh, boom, shape them. Let's shape them for the future. Let's throw this we don't like Muslims and we don't like these terrorist agenda with this too, because it fits. There's a little link there, it fits, boom. And like, bro, it's always and I literally remember being a kid looking at that shit like, bro, but that's a nigga. And that's a younger nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? And then Bora came out. It was clearly just a dude who was, sick in the head and brainwashed a kid. And like, the more it came out, the more it was evident what happened. But like, bro, when they had that opportunity, they're gonna try to do stuff. And I think that I'm not saying that these things are horrible. I think it's heinous, bro. Whenever I see children die, I think like that's, to me, even if I see a kid that got cancer, bro, like those are the worst to me, bro. Like, it gets no worse than that. But at the same time, it's like, yo, has it always been like this? And that's what I can't answer because I haven't done that research. So I'm gonna look. Y'all know me. I'm gonna look into that now, like mass shootings over the past 20 years, because there were some horrible ones when my mom was a kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? There were some horrible ones where like people would get whole coats and take them all out at once. Like,
you gotta think, bro. Assault rifles are used for one purpose, and it ain't hunting. It ain't hunting animals. It's hunting people. You know what I'm saying? So since people have been able to own assault rifles, then, because people have been shoot. You walk in the Cowboy saloon back in the day, somebody might get shot. But now we got assault rifles. You can do so much carnage in such a small amount of time, bro. But like, I'm old enough to remember the first school shooting. You know what I'm saying? The first major one, like
Columbine.
Yeah, I remember coming home from school, watching that on CNN, being able to digest the Trenchcoat Mafia, why they did Dylan Roof. Not Dylan Roof, but why the parents didn't watch them and all that and let them do
Remember what Eminem said? He said they blamed it on Maryland.
But
they did, though.
Facts, though. They always find somebody to blame, bro. But it's like, you're saying, what's the roots?
But even that
root ain't the guns.
Like Dylan Roof shit. Like, when that shit happened, there was a whole bunch of it was, matter of fact, it was one back-to-back when the Dylan Roof shit happened.
It was
like a school in like Sandy Hook, right? Didn't Sandy Hook and then Dylan Roof happen back-to-back?
Right.
Something about right.
And bro, that was Obama, bro.
This is the biggest problem.
Like,
That was Obama, right?
I mean, I don't think that has nothing to do with it personally. I think the hate gonna manifest itself no matter who's in there, bro.
Listen, the Sandy Hook happened, right? That was Obama. The same people that supported Trump, and I'm not trying to put everything on Trump, right? But the same people that supported Trump said Sandy Hook didn't even happen.
Yeah, I was about to say. A lot of people say that's
wait.
And that's crazy.
You can't categorize all those people like that, bro. Because the Sandy, no, they're not all Trump one. Because the Sandy Hook didn't happen crowd is a select crowd that believes a whole lot of conspiracy shit. Most of that deep conspiracy crowd, they don't fuck with either side, bro. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, some of that crowd, probably more of that crowd than not fucks with Republican over Democrat. Probably more of that crowd, but most of that crowd, bro, that's in that deep conspiracy shit, they already know both sides are fugazi. They're just so twisted in it that they can't follow the rat trap. They've just been rat traps thrown at them.
Trump, right? Let's say you're absolutely right. They don't support his side. The fact that his platform supports them, that's a problem.
I don't know if he supports that's another thing. I don't know if he supports the Sandy Hook conspiracists or if he supports the people that support him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's more of his swag, bro. It's like, yo, they rocking with me. Look at my African American over there.
Yeah.
Yo, whenever he said that and everybody was mad at him, I wasn't mad at him because I knew what he was saying. What he was saying is like being in like a rap concert and you the rapper and there's a whole black crowd, there's a white dude out there. You like, hey, look at my white man out there.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's exactly what that was, bro. I promise you, bro.
Bro, I don't know, bro. That's weird. That's not as bad as the shit that Biden said about the
if you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
The other joke he said about he said something about some he said Negro or something.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Great Negro of the time.
Greatest Negro of all time or some shit like
that. Terrible.
A great Negro of the time. Not
even worse.
And that man was no longer great. Only at that time.
A better president. I'm not talking about who's the better president. What I'm talking about is something like I said last time, something that I felt like was simmering and has always been simmering at the surface of this country, and people saying it's okay to lift the lid. It's okay to be proud of your white nationality. It's okay to have assault rifles. It's okay to only like your national. Like, it's not okay. Like we're trying to trend and push towards a society that's civil. Telling people no, celebrate your differences. That's fine to an extent. To an extent.
I agree with that, bro. I agree with that. It is fine to an extent. You know what I'm saying? It's fine to the extent of like you should be proud of who you are, but you should never get to like, you know what I'm saying, put somebody else down for who they are. You know what I'm saying? You should never get to disenfranchise anybody else for who they are. But I agree. It's cool with being proud of who you are, but at the same time, too much of that is strange. Like too much of that, Nick turned it into something else. You know, it turns it into a competition.
All right, here's a question. What is a white man being proud of his culture look like? Like, what is that?
That's so hard to define, bro, because it's a black nigga versus a white nigga, and I'm rooting for the black nigga. Should I be mad at the white people that's rooting for the white boy? Hell nah, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? So it's like lines. It's lines. You feel me?
The problem is
I'm not mad at the white boy that's like, hey,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
There's a white candidate and a black. You're pulling for the black candidate to get the job, and they're pulling for the white candidate to get the job. That's the problem.
No. That can be a problem. But at the same time, that's how Obama got in to begin with. Because the face of a black person was enough for niggas to feel like he gonna at least, bro. If he don't look out for me, at least he is one of me, right?
If a loser finds a way to make something shake and get a win, that's fine. But if you're already winning, at this point you celebrate. You know what I'm saying? You stepping on the next.
Yeah, but that also it makes the assumption that all these white people are winning. And if you've been around white people long enough, you know they ain't all winning, bro. And we know well enough to know if you're white and you're not winning, you're really, really fucking up. But at the same time, though, if you're white and you're not winning, how you think you're gonna feel, bro? That's like being a black dude that can't two-step. How would you feel as the black dude that doesn't have the rhythm to hit a two-step, bro? You would be like, bro, why the fuck am I? Wait, no, it's not me.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna go to the club and shoot everybody that can dance.
No, I agree with that 100%. I like what you did there.
Damn.
My man put out his reverse Uno card real quick. My man T put out his famous. You remember in Pokemon, bro? I can't remember if it was Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh! They hit the I choose you. There the switch. Get up. And all of a sudden, bro, T-move just pop up like
30. I switched it back.
You hit how you did. You hit the double reverse. Reverse me goes back to you. But nah, like I agree with that, bro. That don't give nobody no right to do nothing like that. But I be trying to examine the shit full circle. And even in like saying it sometimes, I know it sounds like I'm taking a side. But every time I talk to a nigga that loves Biden, not y'all, I'm just talking in general, usually it's older people, they automatically assume I like Trump. So it's no way to be like to sound biased in a conversation that has some sort of dichotomy to it. You're not gonna sound unbiased, bro. Because if I just say like I don't totally agree with that, now I sound like I'm agreeing with the other side. You know what I'm saying?
That's so true, bro.
But I'm not saying you just open the lid on assault rifles. I'm not saying that. You feel me? I think everyone should be vetted that has one. 100%, bro. Like down to like they should check your third grade report card. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Like how many times you suspended as a senior in high school? Cool. We need that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not against none of that. But this country was founded on niggas having guns, not niggas, but you know what I mean? Like people having guns and people having enough guns and gunpowder to look at the other side and be like, yo, y'all not taking this back from us. And then to clear a whole other side out and be like, yo, y'all got to go and y'all over there, y'all not taking this back from us, right? So if that's the principles you was founded on. And mind you, then it was guns versus bow and arrows, right? So if it's a war now, it's going to be big guns versus little guns. You don't want to minimize yourself to having the littlest gun.
Hey, so my question based on that is how can we prevent a school shooting? Because one of my thoughts is why would we not have an armed police officer or some type of trained somebody that's on site at every school? Like that should be feasible.
They had that at the grocery store, and my man came in tactical gear, right? But I think Rome, you're on to something. You're on to something though, right? Like fires, right? You don't just have the fire alarm to go off. You got the fire alarm, you got the sprinklers, you got the joint that sends flashes through the whole building. Like, you know what I'm saying? We put in one preventive measure on something that should probably have 8 to 10 of them. Let's try to throw 5, 6, 7 different preventative measures or something before we're like, get rid of them guns. Like, let's try like 5 or 6 different things all at the same time. Like I said, my credit card, they're going to call me. My car going to stop working. My online banking going to send me a message. Or, my little banking app going to send me a message. They're going to text me, and I'm going to get an email. That's 6 ways. If I don't see one of them 6, damn, you might deserve to get my money. You know what I'm saying? But if you...
They still ain't going to get you that. They still ain't going to give it to you.
Like I said, people might deserve to get killed, but that's not it at all. I'm just saying, let's throw 6 or 7 preventative measures or something. Go back, take a step back, look at that. Now let's reevaluate. You know what I'm saying? Because anything
they have a metal detector?
Is better than nothing.
They have a metal detector at the school?
Maybe, but that's another thing. A lot of these measures
where you at, they have metal detectors.
No, but like if you want to get rid of guns, right? You want to get rid of guns, assault rifles, right? That's going to take just minimum. The way this law works, let's say 10 years minimum to go to a UK style where you get caught with a gun. That's a lot of time. All right, let's say that takes 10 years. It'll take 30 seconds, or not 30 seconds, but it can take 6 months of renovations to put 8 additional exits onto a place. You know what I'm saying? So what we want to do, we want to fight this 10-year battle, or we want to throw some preventative measures at it right now, throw some darts at the board and hope one of them sticks. Let's see what might stick, let's see what might not. That's what we did with COVID. At least that's what they told us they were doing with COVID.
Yeah, basically. The vaccine, the mask, the distance, they were like, all right, one of these
won't work. It made sense to everybody that was facing COVID. It was like, damn, it makes sense that we got masks now. Now we got mad testing. Now we got a vaccine. Like, they throwing all this stuff at it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they got away with some of the shit in that. But,
Tell me one good reason a person needs an assault rifle.
No, yeah. But
okay, that's a good point.
It may be a reason that you are not aware of yet.
Because America,
you're not aware of yet.
Because America, that's
my
why.
Point. No. What I'm saying is like, okay, it's like, yo, like, it's like if cars did not have airbags, would you still drive around in them?
Bro,
I would. I would though.
Bro,
if they didn't have seatbelts, I would still ride around in them.
One reason why you need an assault rifle.
No, what I'm saying is like the one reason I need it, it may not be apparent to me, right? Before the person, I might not know it yet. It might not be on the front yet. It might not be at the forefront. They might take them from you and then show you the reason you need it.
Yeah, that's my thing with it. Like,
oh, I see why.
If they take them away from you, bro, I think you're gonna see why they're necessary.
And that's the part that I'm not willing to sacrifice. Looking at these laws that they made for people to live here, bro. I'm not willing to sacrifice that bro, because
they got they gonna drop aliens on us or something.
You know how hard they fought to bear arms, and that was in the 1800s, bro, late 1700s, bro. You know why they fought so hard for that, bro?
This is the thing.
They knew, bro. They knew what that difference was. That's the only reason they took over this whole planet was the gun, bro.
I'm against gun bans for the simple fact that you can ban it from me buying it legally, but that doesn't make the gun disappear. So and so is gonna go get it illegally. It's still gonna be on the street. It's like cocaine is illegal. Cocaine is illegal.
How many?
That's true too.
How many of these mass shootings was done by an illegal firearm?
I don't know. Probably most
of
them.
No, you're right. But you also brought up gang violence when we started this, right? And
they were registered.
But you also brought up gang violence before this too. When we were starting this off, right? So mass shootings, and we're talking about assault rifles. It doesn't just get like it's going to include every assault rifle. You know what I'm saying? They're going to try to get rid of every single one. It's not just going to be the registered joints. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a sweep. They're going to try to sweep that shit. So like we got to look at and in that angle, I can't disagree with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I really can't, because it makes perfect logical sense that people really shouldn't have those things, and with that mind frame. From the other side, it's like I've seen what's that drink called, Red Dawn? when a whole bunch of Russians and Chinese came off the helicopters. Like,
no, T. Originally, I said my answer was because America, and honestly, that's my honest answer. Like Bryce kind of hinted to it already, bro. That's just what this country is built on. Like you have guns. Like it's 2022. You no longer have the little rifle. You got the ARs now. Like that's what they've upgraded to. It's what like Red Dawn is a perfect example, because part of quote unquote American society is being able to defend yourself in case something like that quote unquote does happen. If we get invaded, they want the citizens to have guns and be able to take America back.
So Ron,
on some Avengers.
Ron, why you not picking cotton for a white man?
see, that's the biggest. TV trying to take a puzzle piece that does not fit and then just ram it.
Why you not picking cotton for a white man?
America was founded on a lot of things, and most of those things were illicit. Most of those things were undesirable. Right? There was some pretty.
I hear you, but that's not gonna change why. Like it's still an American thing. Like you're right. Like it might not be. It might not be
it was one of the first things though. It was
that's part of what is what. That's why it's not going nowhere.
T is making a point though. T is making a point.
Nah, yeah, he's right.
We can't forget that every single thing America was founded on, it is still operating on today. The only thing about those things, they've evolved into their 2022 version. Like the way the 1990s phone isn't the 2022 iPhone 10 or 13 or whatever. All these things are just, they've evolved from a Charmander to a Charizard in racism. Like racism is no longer a Charmander. Like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't just blow the little fire on you and you just catch on fire. Now it's going to blast you and you don't even know it hit you until you're burnt the fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
Or like guns overthrowing you is extremely low, right? Also, the risk of a civil war is extremely low, and those are some of the ifs that Bryce could be talking about, right?
I ain't gonna say a civil war is extremely low.
Check this out. If You ban assault rifles, right? Let's say don't even ban assault rifles. How do you think a civil war would go? Do you think
Bro,
people would just be shooting assault rifles at each other? Like, do you think if the military tried to impose martial law, do you think you could just shoot assault rifles?
That's not how it's gonna happen. But yo, you ever heard of this book?
People have chemical weapons. People have anthrax. People like.
I got a book I want you to read, bro.
Very superficial. If people wanted to overthrow a country, you do it through the media. You're not shooting nobody.
Bro, I got a book I want you to read, bro. It's called Parable of the Sower, man. Have you heard of it?
No.
It's written by a black woman named Octavia Butler.
I guarantee
a lot of her books have been used to make other things. Like you watch the OA?
Yeah.
A good amount of that story was based on her. They even shouted her out in the joint. Like when they gave her a book, she was like, well, at one point she was like, "What book is this?" And it was like, it was that book. Or maybe it was a different Octavia Butler book, but it was an Octavia Butler book, right? She influenced a lot of that type of storytelling, you know what I mean? That like futuristic, not futuristic, but you know, kind of like that sci-fi, a little bit of a feel, but predictive storytelling, you know, where it's like, wait, y'all know something we don't. And this book, Parable of the Sower, man, it tells you exactly how it could happen, bro. I don't want to ruin the book and say what happens in the book, but like, you're right. It's not going to be no civil war, like where like you know, Confederates versus the Union, and I don't think it's going to be no government overthrow. But look where we're headed, bro. Look where we're headed.
But you read the book. Do you believe an assault rifle will help you in that situation?
100%. Because look, if something happens with this shit, it's not going to be government facilitated. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like private faction facilitated. You know what I'm saying? Like, look how everything's going right now, bro. You got one dude that owns got a stranglehold over America right now, right? You got other companies like Zillow who sell you houses. Little do you know, they just bought the whole block, and now they selling you a house based off the prices they're setting around the whole block. You know what I'm saying? You got like companies like Elon Musk. You got a guy like Elon Musk where like people don't even know like what he started. They don't even know how he got rich. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ask the average person how Elon Musk got rich, they're not. What are they going to tell you, bro?
PayPal.
The average person not going to tell you that, though.
No.
The average person going to talk about Tesla. They're going to talk about SpaceX. They're not going to talk about fucking eBay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, PayPal, man.
Like, so it's like, bro, like where we're headed is private everything, bro. Like, that's why they fought so hard for so long. Like an underlying fight that people aren't really hip to. That's why they fought for so long to not put them stamps on all the jerseys. NFL will be the last team to do it. NFL will be the last thing to do it. But all them other teams now, they putting the factions on the jerseys. Because what that means is like, we own this team and 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 we own, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like this is a narrative still. I don't know if I've said this on the show, but I feel like, I know I've said this personally for at least 3 to 5 years, that I think the future of this world is corporations owning countries. Apple will be United States, 100%. Google will be Canada.
But it's not going to be whole countries though, bro. It's just going to be pieces.
Well, I was going to say,
pieces of that pie, bro.
Right? You'll have Amazon that owns a huge chunk of what used to be United States of America, where everything is interconnected through Amazon. Like, I think that's where this thing is going, and actually, it's already there. As far as controlling laws and policy, you know what I'm saying?
But wait till it's there off like everything. Like, there's still, even where we are right now, before it gets to what you're saying, to the land, that's the last step. You know what I'm saying? There's still so many things to fight for before it gets to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. A gun, yeah, it will. Because what happens is when it gets to that point, bro, everybody's a private entity. It's no one's a citizen. If everything's privatized, no one is a citizen. So like me and mine, if we look at the four of each other when it happens, and the four of us are together, we look at each other like, yo, this is the entity, bro. This is our private entity. We're moving how we decide to move as a unit, and we can't worry about nothing else. So in that case, when we walk outside, we walking outside with just us four with pandemonium all around us. You know what I'm saying? But with
Rome and Chris with 4 guns and
not Chris, but the rest of
in
y'all.
that situation, what are y'all? What are they better off with? What are Scruff, Rome, and Chris better off with? 4 little ass pistols or 4 AKs?
Bro, it basically comes down to this, man. The big gun or the little gun, man.
You're better off with a group of like-minded individuals. But
you're always better off with that. But when it gets to the point where everything's been too segregated for that, eventually it gets to that point when everything's privatized. Think about it. When it's privatized, it's not going to be one United States. Like you said, it's going to be Amazon have a piece. And these are just companies for now. It won't even be those companies when it happens.
Boil down to who's the best marksman?
Maybe if everybody got an AK, now that matters who's the best marksman. But if I got an AK and you got a pistol, I'll take my marksman chances. Though I'll take my
that's true.
With some of the top marksmen around, bro. If I got an AK and they got a pistol, I play Call of Duty.
You might want to play. Yeah, there's some guys.
Yeah.
Hey, look, all I'm gonna do is get my range. Pistols ain't got nothing on me when I get to.
You got that P90 on that pistol. You already know what's going down.
But yeah, y'all know what I mean, though. It's just like who knows where it's gonna go, bro. And I'm not trying to be predictive. I'm not trying to be predictive. I'm trying to look at like how things are going and think like what are the best options in each route. You know what I'm saying? If they ban guns, my best option might be to get rid of my guns so they don't knock on my door doing their random checkups and find my shit. You know what I'm saying? But like if not, I think if they're not banned, it's best to keep fighting for them. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, maybe it's just because I'm NBA and the NRA is down the street, but I don't think them things is going nowhere. And you know who is going to have them. So as a black man, I just feel like you got to even that playing field.
All I know is...
Yeah, I'm getting there as well, I think.
I hear y'all, and I think y'all making really, really valid statements. But I think if you guys had to be a coroner and see 18 young bodies...
I'm not pro-gun either. To be completely honest, I'm really not pro-gun. I'm not pro-violence in that type of way at all. But it just comes down to if you know that there's probably somebody right now outside, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like neighbors, you know? So how are you just going you just naked? You just out here? Nothing? Like, that's what I mean. Like, I don't know, bro. Like
if you do walk like that, and that's how I've been walking, you just walking like, hey man, if it's time, it's time, bro. And that's how I live, like mostly. And that's the only thing that's
made a good point though. Like, and I see what you're saying, bro. But like, it makes me think like you're right. Like the coroner, bro, he sees 18 bodies. He like to us, it feels like crazy, but like to the coroner, bro, seeing 18 bodies, that's just another day in the office. You know what I'm saying? And like, what separates like our feeling, like when we see these things, is our current attachments. You know what I'm saying? That's why like you made the smart like move when we started of being like, bro, let's say somebody watch your dog. You know what I'm saying? Because like you realize like there's something you can directly relate to. Maybe you don't have that attachment. You know what I'm saying? So you're not gonna really be able to empathize. But like everything is based off the attachment, bro. You know what I'm saying? In America, bro, there's this attachment to guns. You know what I'm saying? And there's a reason for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like that attachment, although it's morphed into some, like, for a lot of people in this country, it's morphed into some redneck stamp of pride. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's not the reason for the original attachment. Like when Right to Bear Arms was on the table, both sides was agreeing on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the room was like, yeah, we need that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I also think, though, I hear what you're saying, but I think what you're saying also kind of implies that America handled things the right way and that we aren't, like, that we're better off than maybe how we would have been.
No, but also we may have never been. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something we can never. That's something we can never.
That too. You know what I'm saying?
We know we are, but we don't know what we would have been or if we would have ever been. And like, I think that it wouldn't be America. Who knows? This place might be better. You know what I'm saying? It might not have no technology, but it might be better. You might be happier. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? How do you measure that? We have a way of measuring that in America, bro. Like I was talking to like a couple times, like they were talking to the people in Jamaica. I think my shorty was I don't know who was talking to him, but they were like, "You're lucky to live here." And dude was like, "Nah, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really lucky to live here," type of thing. You feel me? But like, bro, when you go every day and you in the streets and you see the people interacting with each other there, bro, it don't take a genius to realize they're a lot happier, bro, than everyday people walking around here. Like just everyday, day-to-day happiness. Yeah. Like they're judging happiness the same way essentially we are here. So they looking at it like, I ain't lucky to be here. You know what I'm saying? And we looking at it like, damn, how are y'all this happy on the day-to-day? You know what I mean? It's like that weird like catch-22 of like, bro, what is this happiness thing anyway? Would we be better off, bro? Would all people be better off like as hunter-gatherers? Who knows, bro? You know what I'm saying? Would all people be better off with no electricity? I'm pretty sure people in the 14 or 1200s were happy as shit. And that's probably when the lanterns just popped off. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't even have lights.
Yeah, bro. My fucking water heater pipe just burst, bro. I ain't have hot water the last 2 days, bro. I'm not hearing none of that, bro. Like my ass is.
I feel you.
That's a hot water ain't that bad, bro.
Luxury.
I mean,
That's not really that bad, though.
It's not the end of the world.
It's a beautiful first world luxury to be mad when you don't got water.
Nah, it is. It is. Like I was sitting back thinking about it, and I was like, damn, this is something that I'm mad about. I was like, this is straight. Like
when I was in DR, all I took was cold showers.
A couple of weeks ago,
and at least it's summer. That's the other thing too. It's summer. It's not like it's winter.
But that's valid though, and like feeling that way is valid, and it's all about the attachment you have to that fucking hot water. You know what I'm saying? But like a couple of weeks ago, there's been strikes in Jamaica over the last few months, right? They were telling me how they ain't had no water. Like we complain about not having no hot water.
Yeah, water, bro. Nah. I always keep perspective like that, man. I'm like, damn, like I'm complaining about, this, that, and the third, but I know it's people like, I mean, we don't even got to leave this country. Like Flint has had a messed up water situation for a brick now. So like,
and that's what we got to start being. That's what we got to be nervous about when shit pops off. It's not the shit that like, we got so many luxuries that we don't even realize that they're luxuries. You know what I'm saying? Like down to running water. But like when shit like that starts fucking up consistently, like the scariest thing over the last like 20 years I've seen, bro, it wasn't 9/11, bro. It's not mass shooting, just to be honest. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a bank robbery. It's when the fucking grocery stores are out of everything and you got thousands of people lined up for miles in Texas. That's scary, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, hold up. That's a luxury.
When I was in the grocery store the other day and I walked by the baby section and there was really no baby formula, bro. That was some zombie dystopia, like Walking Dead. Like it was creepy. Like
it's crazy.
Now, Scruff, you're right though. Great. This pre-show, bro. We might have to start charging a couple more dollars for the pre-show.
This a 1099er.
Hey, look, if you're in the pre-show, this is how we're gonna scope out permanently. This is the rule, right? This is how we're gonna scope out who be in the pre-show. If you stuck it out for this whole 43 minutes of the pre-show, what I need you to do is next time you're in the comments section and we're live, let's say post the gas emoji, and what should be next to that to like make sure post the gas emoji, then the check mark emoji. That means you are verified pre-show gas hole. You feel me? Like make sure you were verified pre-show gas hole. I need to see the gas emoji followed by the check emoji at the beginning of each comment section of the show, man. That's how we're gonna separate the realists from the pretenders, man. Y'all ready to hop off and get on the main shit? Get it popping?
Yeah, it's a good one.